All right, everyone. Well, I did something stupid, but hey, I wanted to talk about this topic anyways in the first place. So the topic is, of course, was it worth it? Of course, like usual, I bash the fans who are stupid idiots because it's deserved. Y'all guys made the COO cry or CEO cry. You demanded it to be on the Switch, and first they gave you Pikachu, let's go Eevee. Then they definitely made sure that you got Sword and Shield on the Switch. Then they gave us Legends Arceus along with Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond. And then they gave us Scarlet and Violet. Lastly is going to conclude with Legends ZA, which is a shared, you know, it's a shared game release. It's gonna be on the Switch and on the Switch 2. Not sure on how they actually are going to do it. Not sure if they're going to actually just have it both actual birth versions or, like Scarlet and Violet, where it's like there is another version, but you have to have the first version to get the other version. At least that's what I think. So we're going to dive right into this and we're just going to ask the question, was it worth it? Is it worth having the DLCs? Was basically the whole spiel for this video to be made or this live stream to happen is, was it worth spending $90 on one game? Or, of course, if you're like me, $180 for two games with DLC included, which would like the DLC to just be like, you have both games, so the DLC works for both games. Said like, no, the DLC you have to get for both games, which means you're able to get four instead of just having two incomes. All right, let's start from the beginning. I'd rather just start from the beginning versus just tackling it. First things first, we got Let's Go Pichu, Let's Go Eevee. I personally would have 100% just laid it down and said, this one deserves to be DLC. This one deserves to have DLC. Because Pikachu and Eevee could easily just be like, okay, now we're going to do Johto, we're going to do Hoenn, now we're going to do Sinnoh. They could have actually done the whole entire Pokemon world within just DLC, and I think that would have worked out. Instead, we're still waiting for the Let's Go series to continue, which was it really just a one off? I don't think it's a one off because Pokemon Go is still here. It's weird that you didn't just launch it. Yeah, let's go Pichu, let's go Igglybuff, let's go Cleffa, let's go. It's just the thing where it's like you get to have an egg, and you're gonna hatch the egg, and the egg is gonna be your partner Pokemon. I don't see. Oh yeah, let's go to Togepi. I don't see how exactly this would actually be a horrible idea. I think it would have been very cool, and considering, Heart Gold and Soul Silver is not actually Gold and Silver, it's a glorified Pokemon Crystal. That's what it really is. It's a glorified Pokemon Crystal. We never actually really got a remake of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I mean, remake of Gold and Silver. Just use Crystal. So it would have been great to actually have a full, true blue version of Gold and Silver, but we're still waiting for the Let's Go series to even show back up, which I don't know if it will. I don't even understand. It's like, what are we saying that once per console this is it? Once per console. So I guess that means the Switch 2 will get to have the Let's Go series, and we're just gonna have to wait longer for it, which is like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Excuse me. Anyways, then we get to Sword and Shield. Now, Sword and Shield, it sucks that all alone, it's definite where it's like there isn't a third legendary. First time ever, there is not. the third legendary. This is some weird stuff. No third dog, no in quote unquote gun. But I don't really think it's a gun. It could just be bow. It could have been a bow and arrow. But there was no third Pokemon. So basically, the end, the, the freaking rest of the game, vanilla, no DLC, is blank. There was no legendaries, no extra anything. It's like you had to buy the DLC or it's blank. I mean, at least when it comes to like the original Red and Blue, you had Mewtwo left at least. If you were clueless, you did Articuno and Moltres and Zapdos to go get too. This time around, it's like you got nothing. You have nothing. Of course, Johto gave you the best thing ever, where it's like you had another region to go to. You had Snorlax at level 50. Uh, Celebi, technically, in the timeline, it was Celebi. As for like, just the first three, it's like, yeah, then you have Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, you got the Reggies. You got Latios to deal with. You had Rayquaza to deal with, unless you played Emerald, but you had Rayquaza to deal with. If you already did the Reggies, which I think I already said that, you had a lot of stuff. And of course, Battle Tower got perfected. Gold and Silver and Crystal had Battle Tower, but this one perfected it to the point. And of course, if you're Emerald, you had the Battle Frontier. Holy crap. But this one is like, you don't really have much in here, do you? They didn't have much. All you had was just go against Hop, and that's the end of it. And it's like, I mean, I guess technically they did have something with two twins. Yeah, but I mean, like, when it comes to actually having Pokemon that is like, where are they? There's hidden ones, that hidden legendaries. Dude, seriously? They had was like three. They had three in the vanilla game. Three. Then the Tundra came and gave us the three legendary birds. They gave us Keldeo and of course the two horses. It's like I'm trying to remember. Oh, don't forget about Kabu. And then all of a sudden they decided, like, oh, you know what? We're going to give you all these legendaries, which I'm like, apparently for some, they love it. But for me, I'm like, yeah. At first, it was okay. I'll say that. At first, it was okay. It's okay you did that. It's okay. It's fine. At first, it was fine you did it. It's fine. It's like, yeah, it's a switch. It's a start for people. Okay, cool. But then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, but then all of a sudden, it's like, wait, did I? Yeah, I remember correctly. So then all of a sudden you did that. Okay, okay, you got Sword and Shield. You did all that stuff. Cool. Awesome. Excuse me. Then they did a rush. They rushed to Scarlet and Violet. Well, I think, of course, I think the Sinnoh remakes and spin-offs, a new intro of Legends Arceus. I'm pretty sure that if no one wasn't an idiot, no offense. Actually, no, no. Take offense to these stupid fans who are idiots saying, "We want this rich, rich now." It's like Sword and Shield would have been in the 3DS. Let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee, most likely will be on Switch still. The real one that actually would have started Pokemon and made you say, whoa, would have most likely been Legends Arceus. And if you're lucky, they wouldn't have met Elka do it from Ruka. And instead, they would also have done Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It would be better. So there we go. It's like, yeah. And then they would have led into Paldea region. Then Scarlet and Violet would have been the true intro into the Switch, and most likely it would have been better for it versus you forced them into it, guys. You forced them into it. You wanted it on the Switch. You got it on the Switch, and you complained the hell out of it. And it's like it's because they weren't ready to do it. They weren't ready. Notice how it happened for when they went to the Game Boy Advance. They were ready. When they went to the 3DS or the DS, they were ready. When they went to the 3DS, they were ready. How in the world were they not ready for the Switch? Because they weren't ready for it. They weren't planning on doing it until they actually saw it was stable. So if you would have gave them one more year, they might actually have been like, "Oh wow, then let's do this," and they would be in development. But you guys were being idiots. I can't wait for someone to talk about it, being like, "Oh yeah, and so Sword and Shield cut content. Oh, we went through it, and it turns out they started it out on the 3DS." Durr, until you guys decided to be stupid. Pretty sure Pokemon Stars was a real thing. And that was going to be on the Switch until you had to say, "Oh, we want Pokemon on the Switch." So you want to actually have Pokemon on the Switch, and they did it. Was it cool for them to show Pokken Tournament? No. Right. Considering, you didn't support the Wii U, so what exactly do you expect them to do? If you wanted not to have the Pokken Tournament be like first thing revealed for Pokemon, then you all should have bought a Wii U. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. You should have bought a Wii U, and things went off like a little bit better, a little bit smoother. Maybe. I don't know. Can't tell you on that one. So you had Legends Arceus, which they never actually had any DLC on it, which I guess they didn't really need to. Yeah, but they had no mystery events on it either. No mystery gifts. That's one thing I'm like, huh. But of course, I think more importantly, this was just Masuda apologizing to us because he was the one that officially unplugged the whole entire event for Arceus because he said that we had no idea how to do it and it was just going to confuse everybody. And I'm like, I said this before, and I'll quote it again. You could have went to the anime folks yourself, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!" And he's like, "I need you to put something in anime. I need you to take Jewels of Life, our season of Jewels of Life, or whatever it was called, I forgot, and put this in the movie so that they could understand what they need to do." That's what you could have done. You did that, I think you'll be fine. It's either that or you'll just give us all manga that actually tells us about what we should do. It shouldn't have been the whole thing where it's like, "Oh well, you can figure it out," to, "Oh, I guess you can't figure it out." And it's always forever locked. It's locked. You can never use the Azure flute to get up there. It's locked. Cool. And then as for the remakes, of course there is no DLC, even though I wish it would have been cool if they did give us DLC. It would have been cool to just be like, excuse me, folks. We go to Johto. We get to go to Johto after all these years and just see how they, changed. That would be cool. I I think you could easily not make people go to Kanto right now and be like, "Oh, uh, I guess Saffron City is dealing with something or something like that," and you just stop them right there and that'll work out. I don't know. But I would just say that it would have been cool if the remakes got a DLC. That would have been a game changer. But the Sinnoh remakes, personally, I wish they would have just did this best thing ever, which is like they would have step up from Heart Gold Soul Silver, which is Heart Gold Soul Silver. Even though I bash it, they had a cool thing where you can actually turn it to the Game Boy Color version of the music to the DS version. I would say have a toggle to where you can actually go in chibi form, or you can actually have it the way it should be. So you can go back and forth on that, and it's like all we're asking. So you can turn it off, and now here we are. I wish you could do a simple update, a simple secret update where it's like, yep, you upscaled it to where it should be, even though it's like they have to redo everything. Like everything has to be redone. The only thing that doesn't need redone is the battles. That's about it. It's like the battling, everything, that's all good, but everything else needs to be redone. They left a mess. And I don't understand who was responsible saying that, oh, yeah, you can do it the way that you want to do it. It's like, no, you made the 3D models and everything. Why not allow the 3D models to be used? It's the feel of the past. We don't need the feel of the past. Shoot. So now we get into the next one, which is the second one, which is Scarlet and Violet. But let me just backtrack and say Sword and Shield paying for the DLC, which I wish it was 15 cents, $15 each, but it was, but they want you to pay for it in advance. I would say I wasn't too saddened debating $90. Not really, especially since it spaced it out. It's kind of funny that someone's freaking out about, excuse me, Mario Kart World, $80. And it's like, dude, I paid $90. And it gets even worse where it's like, wait, hold on. What about the freaking idiots? No offense. I shouldn't say idiots. The freaking misfortune. These poor folks that played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and they had to pay multiple freaking months to keep all the track because they added more tracks to it. So if they added more tracks to it, that means that you weren't paying, I think it was like 40 bucks, 45. So that means that in the game it's supposed to 85 bucks. It's 40, it's 24.99 or 34.99, I don't remember, every single month to be able to pay for it. You see, it's you guys got screwed over more than me and more than what you're getting now with Mario Kart World. It's that's horrible. Anyways, so yeah. Another thing. I think it was okay. It's like, yeah, because he gave us the three legendary birds. We got Roman came back in an unbelievable way. That was awesome. But as for the legendaries, all these legendaries coming back, I had issues for those. I had real issues with those. He gave us new Reggies. I don't mind Reggie's being the brand new Eevee. I don't mind it, I guess. But I guess what's done is done. Paying 90 bucks for the games, it's done. There's nothing else you can do about it now. And it's done. What's done is done. That's it. As for Scarlet and Violet, I mean, I understand. It's like I paid 30 extra bucks for each, and I get to have legendary Pokemon. But I don't like the fact that I'm paying for more legendary Pokemon when it's like I already had them in the previous game. Why would I pay more money again to get legendary Pokemon in this game? I could easily go to Sword and Shield and get the legendary Pokemon. I'm just saying. And it's kind of funny that this one's getting beaten up to hell, Scarlet and Violet. But unlike Sword and Shield, where it's like, dude, do we have any other legendaries to capture? No. So we captured all the legendaries. Yep. And we don't have anything else for post game when it comes to legendary Pokemon. Nope. Without the DLC. With Paldea, you do have more options. in one surprise. So the base game, you have the legendary four that are the ruination of the world or something. You have those, and you have the other version of the freaking thing. It's kind of funny. It's like you got two of the same Pokemon, legendary Pokemon. You have the one that you're toting around, and you have the one that actually is over there that was a jerk the other time. So it's kind of funny where it's like, wow, so we got two of them. So Paldea is much more of a not cop out versus Yellow Region because Yellow Region you have nothing, nothing. Paldea Region you got four more legendaries you can capture. You have to find the stakes to free them, and then you just try to capture them. Good experiences, I guess, except for the fish. I would say the fish is the one that's the letdown. Just saying. As for the one, if you go back down area zero, and it's like, what's that right there? It's like, that's the one from the other one, huh? How did you not get, you know, trapped in time? Somehow you still here. It's like, what? So, how about the pros and cons of the DLC for Paldea region? I will say that's cool that you decided to add the legendary Pokemon into the Paradox, be it Unova and Johto. No, Ho-Oh though. Because Ho-Oh basically so sadly, this turns Ho-Oh into a plagiarist. Because it's like the legendary Pokemon existed way back in the day. Even though it's like, I guess it might be a different timeline and stuff. But it's like, if it isn't the real timeline, if it all is fluid, where it's like that's back in the day, Ho-Oh, you just copied someone's work. It's like, yeah, it's worse. It's like you copied their work, but you did a horrible job copying, and you got something good. Versus, it's like sometimes when you copy someone's work, it's horrible, it's garbage, and you get an F. I think Ho at least gets to have a B minus, but it's kind of messed up where it's like you can't really get Suicune's, Paradox version. It's always a mystery event, one that you have to beat it and you can capture it, and it's like it sucks. The other one was Vivian, and I came close to capturing it, but how it goes. It's like, yeah, but how it goes. The other ones, I don't even know how to even trigger them to show up. But let's go with the first one. So the first one was the Teal Mask. You get to have Ogre Pond. Not bad. Fun character. Hope you do kind of turn them into Arceus 3.0. It's like, well, right now it's more like Genesect 2.0. Because Genesect has the same exact thing. Does he? It's like, I forgot. I never actually truly went with Genesect. I should actually get one and see how it works out. But for Genesect, it's like, I think only his attack changes. He doesn't change with the cartridge or with the disc. Ogerpon changes with it. I think even Type Null changes too. I think so. Yeah. Oh, did I mention Legends Arceus has lots of legendaries as well? Like, yeah, but at least the good news is that it's not paid DLC. It is kind of glorified paid DLC, kind of. But even so, it's like, there's a lot more stuff in it. And they gave you a brand new legendary too. And even ones that are locked within, you know, a one-time offer like Shaman you're able to get, Manaphy you're able to get, Darkrai you're able to get, and of course Arceus. They basically just made sure you get to have all of them. That's cool. as for Paldea region, yeah, so you have Ogerpon, you have the three poison, the bad guys, which turns into puppets now. They're puppets and not actually were the bad guys. They were just puppeted by a person, Pokemon, that just took advantage of them. So it was that one, and then we get into the Crown Tundra. Might be wrong. Uh, bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I found it. No, but still didn't do anything. Okay, all right, over you. Oh, she was. Oh, did someone turn talk? Oh, someone talk. Oh, it increased the volume. Sorry about that, Ash. Didn't know you were here. Let me just increase it then. There we go. Increase it a big amount. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, that means that you're just gonna have to have headphones and listen very loud, and then, ooh, there we go. All right, anyways. Okay. Just had to make sure I see real quick. I wish you showed me off because I had the thing in the way. Sorry for just behind the curtain. It's like I had something in there and I don't even left my glasses on, so I'm just doing it all loosey goosey. All things are blurry, but I know what's going on. The thing was in the way. Usually no one shows up. So sorry about that, Ash. You're a good man. Anyways, was it count? No, teal disc. I think it was teal disc. Oh no, it was the teal mask, and then the other one was. I think it was the Crown Tundra. I think that was one. Dude, shouldn't second yeah. So then Crown Tundra, we get to have Galapagos. I guess that's how to say his name. That's how to say his name. But then it's like, yeah, of course. But then, of course, you have this old man over there, and you get to have so many more legendaries again. Well, not only that, but it sucks where it's like, oh, so you made a new thing to where it's like you have to do the Unity thingy so you could actually see the legendaries because, if without the people with you, you're able to not see more legendaries. And it's like, then you made it total crap, guys. You made it total crap. If you're going to give out legendaries, you might as well just give out legendaries. You don't need to do the messed up crap of where it's like, oh, well, we gave you stuff. It's like, yeah, that's horrible. That's not cool. That's messed up. Not everyone is like Renatus and Thunderous, to get Landorus. It's not like that. You shouldn't be doing it like that. Um, so, just that is right. Make sure that everyone can hear me. So, all in all, was it worth buying it for $90? Was it worth buying the DLC? I say without the DLC, it was cool. But however, more Pokemon, that was cool. I didn't really care about the legendaries, but it's like considering Pokemon Hoarder here, I love Pokemon. Of course, I would get the DLC. Of course, I'll play through most of it. Of course, I would. So, would I wish they cut the legendary content down? Only just the, you know, usual legendaries that you're going to get from the game? Yes, I would love it. Would love you to cut it down. Maybe just make it $15. So yeah, it's like maybe just make it $15 and we're good with it. It's like for two chapters to exist, it's like, but in the end, I think it's fine. But to end up paying $90 for a game that is like $60 the game. I mean, the Sword and Shield is like it's kind of sad where it's like they had to understand what they're doing and now they do. Where it's like it sucks that you have to wait for DLC to do something else. It's kind of like chewing gum and then flavor's gone. Now what? Versus the flavor is gone in Paldea. However, if you bite just a little bit, there's some more flavor left. So it's like, yeah, you need to have more legendaries in there. I think they learned their lesson. I think they learned that, yeah, you should have some hidden Pokemon in the game. You shouldn't wait for the DLC to get a new Pokemon, new legendaries. Man, doesn't that mean that for Unova, if they're going to do a Unova remake, that they would make DLC for Victini? I doubt it. It will just be a mystery gift again. Excuse me. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a mystery gift again. That's what's going to happen, which is not that bad. And I think it's kind of cool that for Pokemon White, I used Victini as my fire type. Wasn't bad at all. Was fucking awesome. Was definitely awesome. I guess this is the end, but I just wanted to say the following of the DLC. I wish the DLC didn't really exist. I wish that it was all in the game itself. That would be great. But for it to end up being like this, I don't think it was horribly bad. No. And considering it's like I just bought it anyways because, but zombie, but however, it's like, yeah, but look at everyone else. Everyone else is a Pokemon fan also plays so many other games, spend so much more money on other stuff. To the point where it's like, yeah, they bought lots and lots of games that year. And they had to buy the DLC. Well, they already bought the game, but then they bought DLC. But they also bought that game and that game and that game and that game, which means that I'm not really hurting because y'all guys are spending a lot of money over here. Well, I just spent only just $180. So I just hate the fact of where it's like y'all guys were jerks. That's the real case, is that y'all guys are jerks because I don't like it where it's like a surprise of surprise. X and Y is on 3DS. It's like I don't have the 3DS yet, man. I don't have it. So how am I gonna play the game if I don't have the system? And the system's gonna cost a lot of money too. I already got the system, I already got DSi. Why in the world are you gonna need to pay more money? Again, where I'm gonna get the money? I'm a high school student, college student. Where the hell I'm gonna get the money? It's like, yeah, it's the funny part. Yeah, and then they did that crap. I figured out how to do it, saved up money, got the 2DS. But then y'all guys came with the damn Switch. Y'all guys freaking revolted. Not too badly. Now what happened to January 6th? But y'all guys really made that guy cry. And then he gave the Pokemon onto the Switch. And then it's like, well, then what I'm gonna do? I don't have a Switch. What I'm gonna do? And then they made a DS Lite. Switch Lite. I had to figure out how to save money because I did not have a job yet. So I had to figure out how I'm gonna get money to pay for it when I don't have a damn job. Sorry for it not being family friendly. It's like, yeah, but we're talking about DLC and stuff. Do kids really care about DLC and stuff? No. But the question remains of where it's like, how I'm gonna get the money. Y'all guys should just keep your mouth shut. I have the 2DS here. I'm cool playing the 2DS until I can actually find a job to sustain me. And I can buy all the stuff that you guys are doing. But you guys were like, no. And it's like, I figured out a way again how to save up money to get the freaking Switch Lite. These days, I'm not hurting at all, but however, it really was hard to scrape money for, well, the DLC, I think I had it covered. Yeah. But to get the system, and I swear, y'all guys, hopefully you learned your lesson. Just please do not say we want Pokemon strictly only on the Switch 2. If you do that, I will go ballistic and start finding out who said it on the live stream. And I'm going to go to every single one of your videos and saying, why are you an idiot? Do you not know I don't have enough money for the Switch 2? Well, I do. However, the one thing, reasons like one thing, I don't actually have a Switch. I'm not the original owner of a single Switch because they never gave me a good Pokemon edition. I wanted Pokeball edition. I have one now that I made custom-ish into making it like a Pokeball. I wanted that. They never did. So I never bought a Switch. Am I gonna buy a Switch too? I kind of doubt it. Because I looked at the ZA version of it and I'm like, where's the green? You need to make it glowy, and maybe I make one light green, the other one dark green. Have some dark in green and light green inside of the joystick. Maybe the buttons are green. Maybe it's an interesting way of how it actually shows its, you know, charging and stuff. You know, the the wallpapers changed. I mean, make it something awesome. But no, the ZA version of the Switch 2 is the same as a normal Switch 2. So that means I'm going to be waiting for the Switch 2 Lite, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be able to just hang with my usual Switch Lite and play the game. And you guys will most likely see me play it on here too. Because I do have Switches, just none that I actually was the original owner of. It's not a bad thing. Not at all. Don't be sad for me. Anyways, I think we're done here. I think next we're gonna just talk about the handheld's return of.